Hello everybody, this is NASCAR33 here, and this is the NRLOA ABSW Star Wars 2002 series. So, as you can see, Annie Thomas will have her first pole of this season. So, we're going to get on the starting lineup. On the poles, Annie Thomas, alongside her is Al Lagsty, Benny Watson, Kameka Jasmine, Marty Johnson, Paul Minnick, Julio Caesar, Cameron Garlington, TJ Starr, Andy Fell, Carl Adams, Edmir Stammer Jr., John Andrews, Simon Nichols, Noah Cars, last week's winner, Emerson Sheets, Joshua Nichols, Jordan Carter, Zachary Fitzwater, Jay Jefferson, Jonathan Skull, Neil Salzman, Jonathan Buford, Blaine Keys, LJ Toledo, John Gilbert, Jonathan King, William Brock, Aiden Shepard, Eli Bright, Colin McGovern, Jeff Bright, Stuart Gratton, Adam Louie, Nathan Normand, DJ Jenkins, Troy McClure, Derek Edison, Ty Scott, Nick Smith, Isaac Nichols, and rounding it out is Stu Braunstein, making another start in this series. So let's go ahead and get on with the actual race, shall we? Well, everything was going to go in good order until I derped on the Angry Birds Blast Series race. I got them switched. But fortunately that won't happen anymore. So anyway, Annie Thomas will lead down. So actually Kansas was actually a really entertaining track to begin with. And last time we came here, the 77 won the race, but it was not with Paul Minnick. It was actually with Kyle Martins in the 77. Annie Thomas. Looks like she, right now, has a decent lead over Benny Watson. However, Benny Watson looks like he's going to take the lead. And it looks like Al Lagsty's going to follow suit. Cameron Garlington right there in fourth. Cameron Garlington has not won a race since Darlington. That actually rhymes with his last name, believe it or not. That's really awesome. And, Stuart Gratton is all the way back here. Again, he started there to begin with. So it does make sense why he's back there. Let's see. So Marty Johnson, he's in a Dodge. So the winner of the Michigan race in the Xfinity series was Marty Johnson. He's trying to get around the 11 here. It looks like Annie Thomas trying to take back the lead there. And it looks like Cameron Garlington's right there in fifth, and he can make his move on Paul Minnick. But can he do it? We'll just have to wait and see, as Benny Watson will lead yet another lap. As we're just on the fifth lap out of 54. It's going to be a long one. And looks like the 97, he is going to, so Annie Thomas, she's going to try and go on to the inside. Okay. Al Lagsty's right there in third. And Paul Minnick is in fourth. Paul Minnick is the Talladega winner. And then looks like, it's been Annie Thomas and Benny Watson back and forth so far. Marty Johnson looks to take a move up a position with Andy Fell over here. Anyway, awkwardness aside, looks like Annie Thomas will try and retake the lead. Meanwhile, looks like the 55, he will try and take 30 here, not quite actually. And he's right there next to Benny. He's right in drafting range with Benny Watson. Same thing with Paul Minnick. Meanwhile, Cameron Garlington side by side with Marty Johnson. He's actually going to lose the position to him. Marty Johnson passing Cameron Garlington. Paul Minnick looks to get third place now, as that allows Annie Thomas and Benny Watson to pull away. Benny Watson looks like he's going to try and take the lead here, as that might allow Paul Minnick to catch up a little bit. Benny Watson is right there in second. So clearly, Annie Thomas does not have a huge lead. So that would mean Benny Watson should have the ability to take the lead whenever he wants to. Annie Thomas is going to be stuck on the outside lane. However, she's not giving up that easily. The top three are all Fords. Or not. And Ford actually won last year's championship, believe it or not, as well. Looks like Paul Minnick will take second away from Annie Thomas, and it looks like we're finally going to have another leader besides the 26 and the 97. Not to offend Benny Watson and Annie Thomas. But I think it's good to see more drivers to lead a little bit. And Benny Watson has not won a race yet, and neither has Annie Thomas. But Paul Minnick, he won Talladega. Remember that. He actually won the race under caution, and he's trying to get his second win of the year. Oh, I thought I heard the wall, but it was actually a bird outside. It looks like the 77 will barely lead that lap over Benny Watson. But it's not too close. It's just like a 1/100th of a second. However, it looks like the 77 is leading at Kansas once again. With a different driver. This driver is obviously not Kyle Martins. It is Paul Minnick. It looks like Annie Thomas is trying to have a side-by-side battle with Benny Watson here. And I just can't believe Emmy Jones is not seeing my video yet. I'll have to ask her on her next live stream. Looks like Noah Cars is having a battle with TJ Star right here. Where's Jay Jefferson, actually? I want to see if he's having better luck. Oh yeah, he has better luck, because he's battling it out with the 7 here, and he's right now in 18th, so it's not too bad. It could have been like Marty Johnson over here. Not like Marty Johnson, sorry. He could have been like DJ Jenkins here. However, it looks like the 98. Looks like the 97 will try and take the lead here. And so here goes the 97 retaking the lead again. This is going back and forth. Let's see, however, it looks like the 77 is still in second. It looks like he might take the lead away from Annie Thomas. Just possibly, you know. Just possibly. So, looks like... So, it's like, Benny Watson looks like he is going to, try and, he's right there in third. These guys are almost single file. Race was entertaining at first, but then went downhill. And then looks like Annie Thomas and the 70s and Paul Minnick we're having a side-by-side battle there. And it looks like Benny Watson will now move up to second now. Looks like Tristan's having a painting live stream. Not sure what that involves though. 100% sure about that. Benny Watson looks to try and take the lead here. Okay, so it looks like Benny Watson, he's gonna take the lead away from Annie Thomas. So it's been these three so far. Mari Johnson has arrived in the top 5. Meanwhile, Jay Jefferson's still not doing too bad. These guys are still single file. Boring as frick. Well, it looks like, in 77, he's gonna... No, Annie Thomas barely beat him to second place. However, it looks like the 26 will be the leader will now be the leader currently. The 26 is pulling away because these two are side by side. Looks like the 77s now going to take the lead from Benny Watson again. They're just getting back and forth here. However, will Kameka Jason take the lead now? Oh boy. Be careful, guys. Be careful. Julius Caesar trying to win below the line. That's gonna make him lose a few positions. Looks like anyway, it looks like the 12 took the lead right and that pack right there. Benny Watson will now be the leader again. Anyway, it looks like the 77 will retake the lead once again. Like, there's a... the videos there. Looks like Benny Watson will retake the lead again. Cameron Garlington entered the top, just entered the top 5 now. So Cameron Garlington finished second in the series. Anyway, it looks like the 77, he will take the lead. It looks like 77 is right now currently in second. As Cameron Garlington's right now in fourth, he's trying to get the draft of Annie Thomas. And right now, looks like the 77 will be a leader again. Looks like the 10 might get. He's gonna get drafting help right here. However, Kameka Jackson will not let that happen. He also has drafting help with Annie Thomas. And it looks like the 77 is still leading. However, it looks like the 10, Cameron Garlington, he's caught up to the 97. Looks like the 26 will take back the lead again. Annie Thomas, she's gonna try and retake second here. This looks to, let's see, right now the 7 does have drafting help from Benny Watson. So I know this is the 32nd lap and they haven't pitted yet. They probably won't pit until later on. 77 will take the lead now. Cameron Garlington is in fourth right now. Benny Watson, he's stuck on the outside, but he's let's see, there's still no wrecks yet, and no lap traffic. Looks like looks like Cameron Garlington's gonna try and take third now. Danny Thomas will try and actually lose a position now, or maybe not. Not right now. It looks like Annie Thomas, he's falling back to Cameron Garlington, and some of these guys are already trying to catch up here. J. Jefferson is still not wrecking, so that's good for him, and good for me too, because it's definitely a shame to see a good racer wreck. You know, a racer who doesn't have as much luck as a good racer, but you know what I'm trying to say. Looks like Paul Minnick will retake the lead again. And right now, the 10 has fallen back a bit. So where did Paul Minnick start? Paul Minnick started 5th. So yeah, so Paul Minnick started 5th in this race. It looks like Benny Watson will take the lead here. Cameron Garlington trying his best, but it looks like it's not gonna happen here. Not quite. Oh boy, it looks like the 77 Paul Minnick will take the lead now. And it looks like the 77. So anyway, Paul Minnick looks like he looks like he has this one in the bag so far. Probably gonna lead 2 laps in a row again. So you just went to the 20-minute mark. And looks like Marty Johnson's battling it out with Al Lagsy here. Al Lagsy started second. Here we're going. Yeah, Cameron Garlington's right there in 4th. Looks like Annie Thomas will now try, and she's right now there in 3rd, and Alex and Paul Minnick looks like he's gonna lose a position again. Actually, maybe not. Actually not. So, however, the 10 is still right there in 4th. It doesn't make any moves. He's not making any moves. Looks like the outside lane is definitely fast, and so is the outside lane. Looks like the 10, he's still trying to get up to 3rd place, but just can't. Oh, they're going on the outside lane. They're going 4 wide. Oh boy, as Carl Adams will now go down pit road and along with Marty Johnson, and Paul Minnick also went down pit road. That will now give the lead to the 17 and the 55. Well, especially the 55 since he's currently leading now. Cameron Garlington. So right now they just pitted. However, everyone else will try and pit. These guys are almost outfield, I'm assuming. Just considering the fact that they just slow down. Anyway, these guys are pitting too as well. As these guys just finished pitting. As Paul Minnick will win the race up pit road here. However, Carl Adams is in 2nd. So 24 car last season did perform well and make it in the chase, but failed to scratch victory lane. As right now, Paul Minnick currently would be the leader as he passed by those guys. Both of these guys are on the back straightaway. And now they officially made the race boring. I hope Pit Stop Physics are proud of themselves. Looks like Cameron Garlington is gonna finish the top 5. Or unless if he messes up, like last time there. Let's go Carl Adams currently being in 2nd place. Our Annie Thomas and Benny Watson were in the top 3 most of the time, along with the 77, of course. However, the 24 is all the way behind there. And right now, he's not really gaining all that much. And these guys are pretty much single file here, except for right here. So Bronstein's battling it out with Jonathan King. And it's like teammates are battling each other. So it's like you got a single file train over here. And the 30 is the closest guy to being in lap traffic, and the 77 is not even there yet. So it looks like Paul Minnick, he's the leader, as the 24 is behind him. And he actually gained a little bit there, so we might actually see the 24 take the lead soon. But I highly doubt it, though. But this guy is gaining on the 77. However, the 77 has a faster lap. Yeah, he's actually gaining on him. Looks like Andy Thomas is gonna try and pass Cameron Garlington. And this track looks so much smaller than it does in real life. And slowly but surely, the 24 is catching Paul Minnick. So maybe Carl Adams might come closer and closer as each lap progresses. As you can see, he just keeps gaining on him. I'm not sure what's affecting the 77. He has the 8th fastest lap, and Carl Adams has the 22nd fastest lap. Well, there is a big difference between them. Right now, the 24 is keeping on gaining on him. That sounded awkward. Looks like Marty Johnson's right there in 3rd. However, I think the 17 might take 3rd in a few laps. As it looks like right now Paul Minnick's lead will now diminish to less than a second. Carl Adams is pretty much the only other person that can win this thing. I never expected Carl Adams to be a potential threat for the win. And he started 11th. Much deeper than Paul Minnick did. And it looks like Paul Minnick will have this one in the bag, just considering how far back 24 is. And it looks like, so 77 does. So these guys are, so 2 laps to go. It looks like the 77 will get his 2nd win of the year at this point. Unless he messes up drastically, there's no way that he's gonna lose. This is Paul Minnick's race to lose right now. And 24 almost has no shot, but he does have drafting range, but I don't think that's gonna be enough for Carl Adams. White flag is out. Paul Minnick will trying to get his 2nd win of the year and his 1st win not under caution. Downbacks ready for the final time. Paul Minnick looks to have this one in the bag, and Carl Adams will, if he had a few more laps, he would have gotten it done. But that's not going to be the case here, as Paul Minnick will win at Kansas. And now he won at Kansas. There we go. And Carl Adams just finished 2nd, right? Just came up so close. If he had a few more laps, he would have gotten it. But it looks like our first 2-time winner this season, Paul Minnick, will win this race, as the official standings have just popped up. So I can read who's there, what you finished. To Bronstein, he got a great race. She finished 29th. And William Brock, he's Little Rock looks like he's having a disappointing follow-up to his successful season from last time around. It's definitely gonna be a shame. It's definitely a shame. So, anyway, so Paul Minnick has won the race. So that is his second win of the year. Next race will be at a new track of this series, the Coca-Cola. It will be the Lowe's Motor Speedway, or Charlotte Motor Speedway as they call it nowadays. And then Daytona should be... So so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 races before the chase. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys at the Coca-Cola 600.